Hello, welcome to the back row. My name is Jacob, and this is my associate, DJ.
I can introduce myself. Thank you, sir.
No, you can't. No.
I believe I can. Watch this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm DJ.
Whoa.
I know.
Wow.
Mind blown.
Mind blown. Anyway, this is the this is the back row, and this is our show for TENLive, our little audio show, little radio show. We talk about movies that we've seen recently, anything that came out in the movies recently, or we just talk about movies
we love, old,
little movie powwow.
Black and white. We don't care.
It's a little.
We're not elitist when it comes to movies. We'll watch anything. We'll do anything.
I'll watch all those adult films that everybody likes, and dissect it as art.
Adult films?
It's not porn. It's art. Okay, DJ.
I mean, getting a little retro there. It's
art.
With the films.
It's art.
It's all on the internet now.
Well. They're films in my heart. There's a lot of. All right. This is our first episode. So welcome. We hope you.
Bienvenido.
I forget what that means.
Welcome.
Buongiorno.
That's hello.
No, that's actually good morning.
Is it?
Bonjour is hello. Buongiorno is Italian for good morning.
I knew it was Italian.
Bonjour.
See, this is why I shouldn't have stopped using my Rosetta Stone. I tried French, I tried Italian. It was so boring to me, and I am French and Italian.
You're a disgrace. Yeah. Anyway, we're really off track.
Hey, you know what? It's our first episode, and we're not going into this thing with like a plan
or a
we
script.
We have an idea. Yeah, we have an idea of what we want to do. It's all off the cuff.
It's a little powwow about movies. About movies.
Oh, Canada.
And I just wanted to talk about movies.
Yeah.
Because this is we had been talking about doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Actually.
And we did a demo, but that was tragic. So this is technically take 2, but episode 1. And what was the last movie that we saw together?
The last movie we saw was when was that? Was that the first week class started? Alien Covenant had just come out.
That was like the first day of class. For the summer.
Being me, and being like the huge Alien fan that I am. Alien is a series very near and dear to my heart. I could talk about that. It's
the series.
The series, yes.
We've talked about this before.
I know, yes, but even I can find. See, this is not what we're talking about, because if you get me started on this, it's going to be all about the original series.
We'll save that for later.
Because I could talk for hours about what Alien.
Should we run through the history of the franchise and then
run through the history real quick, but don't let me talk about it because I will not shut up.
Okay.
Like, you just let me say one or two things, because if I get going about like what Alien is and what is about and what does it mean and all the subtext and the context, I will just go on forever.
Then do it. Don't tell us what's happening before it's gonna happen.
I just don't want people to be like, oh, look at this nerd, he won't shut up about Alien.
I mean, it's possibly one of the greatest sci-fi horror franchises ever.
Oh, it truly is. And that first movie and the second movie, the second movie is my favorite movie of all time.
And the first one's mine.
Aliens is my favorite movie of all time, like ever movie.
Although that's a little more sci-fi action.
It's more action.
Horror.
It's more action, but the horror elements are there. The horror elements are there for me.
Yeah.
The subtlety that Alien is there.
Yeah, like
buried under the over-the-top action 80s cheese.
They mostly come out at night.
Mostly. Game over, man. Rip, my boy.
Oh yeah.
Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
But
he's up there in the sky.
He was
those
killed.
Tornadoes again.
He was killed by a Terminator, an alien and a Predator.
Yeah.
And he died in Nightcrawler.
I never saw that.
Oh, Nightcrawler is real good. It's real good for people in our profession to know, because
that's like the seedy underbelly of TV.
But it doesn't. This isn't about Nightcrawler. We're not going to start about Nightcrawler.
All right.
See, this is what happens. This is why we shouldn't have our own show.
We go off on these tangents and we can't find our way back.
This is why we shouldn't have our own show.
Well, it's happening. It's done. People
10, you have to cancel us right now because we can't do this.
We're a hazard to ourselves and you.
And you, the listener. We actively hate everyone. But so if you don't know what Alien is,
how dare you? Why are you even listening? Go away. Just turn off your
DJ.
I don't like people who don't like aliens.
Calm down.
I'm kidding. But you should be
boy.
ashamed.
If you don't know what Alien is, go out and watch it like right now.
Yeah, I mean, with on demand, iTunes, Vudu, like
the internet.
Yeah, you can find it anywhere. You can do the hard copy deal, but it's so good.
It's so good that I would buy it hard copy.
I have it hard copy.
Oh, I have all 4 hard copy on Blu-ray.
I got the anthology.
I got the anthology on Blu-ray because of all the special features. So I bought like basically 2 movies for special features. 1 movie I'm kind of like, why? Yeah. And then the 4th movie I'm like, oh my god. I haven't watched the 4th movie in a long time, but I just remember hating it. There was a couple cool scenes in it, but anyway, the first one is about a group of I believe they're miners. I believe,
it's a mining
I believe, and I've seen the movie like a bajillion times, and I can't even remember how to.
That's such a minute detail, like the first 5 minutes.
But they're on an expedition, and they're on their way back to Earth. And what's the year? It's something like...
It's like 3,000, maybe...
Is
like
it 3,000?
2,900. Like, it's way in the future.
Yeah, it's...
Longer. Like, by the time this movie... Okay, let me rephrase that. By the time the year that this movie takes place, we'll all be dead. So we have that to look forward to.
Sunshiny. Anyway, we got the... So they're on an expedition, and they get a distress signal. They receive a distress signal. And they get company orders. The company Wayland Yutani is which the company they work for, and they get
great company to work for. By the way,
great company. They love their employees.
Great benefits.
Great benefits. Like they got dental plans, and But they go on company orders, and they find a derelict spacecraft. And in this derelict spacecraft, there's just thousands and thousands of eggs.
Well, hold on. First, we see evidence of intelligent life aboard the spacecraft.
Well, yes,
we see spacesuits with like breathing masks, but they're huge. They're like 10 feet, maybe 12 feet tall.
And there's a dude sitting in the control.
Yeah,
the pilot
in
seat,
the cockpit of the spaceship.
With his chest burst open.
Yeah, cracked open.
And like something just ran out of it.
Very unnatural. Well, we don't know that.
No, that is what that is like.
Is this a little spoilery?
How is that spoilery? The thing that's...
No, I mean, this... Are we telling the whole story of the movie?
No, we're just getting the basic plot.
Okay.
Well, we should, but it looks like we're going into too detail.
So yeah, the explorers find this vessel and the remains of these people, and they find this like underground chamber full of eggs, and it's damp, and they have the lights from the Who concert going on down there. No, it's true. Yeah. Okay. It's a fact. Ridley Scott was filming the movie in a what's it called?
Yeah.
What's it called?
What do you mean, what's it called?
The big, like, warehouse thing where they film movies.
The studio?
Soundstage. That's it. Soundstage. Next door to the soundstage he was in, The Who was practicing for a concert, and they had, like, their whole setup going on with the lights and the fog and everything. So Ridley Scott just went over there, and he was like, hey, guys, can we borrow these lights? They're really cool. I think they look good in my movie. And they were like, yeah, sure, go ahead, mate. So that's what happened. Ridley Scott borrowed the Who's lights for the movie.
That's a pretty cool little tidbit of trivia right there.
Yeah.
But
so one of the guys wanted a little too close to the eggs, and
then what's called a face hugger,
terrifying creature
by the fandom and everyone involved is the name has been given the face hugger because what it does is it attaches itself to your face.
Yep. It's like a spider with lungs and a tail, and it's fast as lightning. It's absolutely terrifying.
And it actually looks like a female's genitals.
What?
That's what it is, basically, because like the whole movie is.
I know that, but isn't that a little
risque?
Yeah.
I didn't say it. I didn't say
okay.
It's an anatomical part. I didn't use any like the street names for it.
Well,
like
no,
any of them. You can.
I mean, if you look at that right there.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like what you're saying it looks like.
I know.
You're saying
like
the mouth.
The mouth
of the face hugger.
Yeah.
Where it will attach itself to a human
and impregnate you.
Lay its eggs inside you.
Impregnate.
Same thing.
It shoves its eggs
I'm trying
down
to be
your chest.
I'm not.
It's very graphic.
Yes.
The whole movie is about rape.
But we're not. we shouldn't be covering this much detail when we're just doing an overview of the first few movies.
Again, like I said,
most
I
of
will
them.
go into so much detail about Alien because I've watched it so many times.
And I'm telling you to rein
analyzed
it
it
in.
so many times.
Okay, so dude gets a face hugger on his face, goes back to the spaceship to remove it, but they can't because it's got like acid blood, and the more they try to get it off, the tighter it gets and the more it chokes the dude.
But it's
So-
feeding him oxygen.
Yeah, he's not dying. It's keeping him alive to fulfill its needs,
it can
like a
incubate.
very bad boyfriend.
Mm.
So later, the guy just wakes up. The crew's like, "Hey, what happened?" And
Like a very bad boyfriend.
he's like, "I don't know. The thing is, I just woke up and it was dead on the ground." So everybody's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess there's nothing to worry about, right? Because nothing bad happens in space, ever."
Space. No one can hear you scream.
That was the tagline for the movie.
the
Thank you.
Okay.
So, they're all having dinner and, cracking jokes and having a good old time. All of a sudden, the guy just,
He just
stands up and
starts
starts shaking and
convulsing.
freaking out and falls back on the table.
And they're like,
Oh my god.
oh my god, oh my god. They start, everyone's freaking out, and then all of a sudden,
I don't know
just
what just like
this
blood
thing just
spurts right out
of his chest
and
this
gets on
thing
everybody, and then
comes out of his
this tiny little thing just pops right out and is like looking around, and everybody's like, what's going on? It just
And
takes off, and
So essentially, what it is crew of people come across. This is the overall plot. We took forever to overall plot.
too long.
Too long. The overall plot is they come in, find this alien creature that they shouldn't have found. It was actually it wasn't a distress signal, it was a warning. So they tell them, they get this thing, they find the thing kills the dude, and then the dude is dead, and then the thing runs around the ship and starts killing dudes.
Yep.
That's the basic plot.
And one lady.
And there's
Two ladies.
there's two ladies,
Main character and the other one.
Ripley and I forget her other name.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's ladies. There's ladies on the ship.
Yeah, but Ripley lived.
Sexist.
I'm not sexist. I'm being inclusive. That's the opposite of sexism. You dunce.
But that's the plot of the first one. Then the second one, she was in cryostasis at the end of the first one. She goes into cryostasis. She wakes up 50 years later, and they're like, "Hey,
50 years?
50 years."
How is she alive?
Well, science.
Fiction.
Science is how. She was frozen in a tube, and science happened.
And no brain damage? No
Nope.
residual effects?
Nope. Science.
That's amazing.
Science. Science is amazing. All you people in the science department, you keep doing your good work. It's science. Baby.
Okay, so 50 years later, she wakes up and they're like, hey.
We found this planet, which is the exact planet that they found the eggs, and she's like, whoa, no. And they're like, nah, there's already a colony on there. And then she's like, why? And so, anyway, it's basically, the whole plot of that one is, instead of, like the title would suggest, instead of just one alien, there's aliens.
A whole, like,
and they
family
of aliens. And so, that's the basic plot of that one. And then Alien 3 is very disappointing because it had so much potential. I would like to talk about it on a later episode because I do have a soft spot for Alien 3 because there's a lot of cool scenes in it.
I disagree. I think it's the worst of the franchise.
No, the fourth is the worst.
Again, I disagree.
Or maybe even Alien Covenant.
We'll get there.
I hate Alien Covenant.
I'm sorry. I thought it was better than 3 and 4.
Well, that's not hard. It's not hard at all.
Okay, so yeah, 3 it takes place in a prison setting, and I don't know. It's
like
been
the setting.
so long.
It takes place, and I've actually seen it quite a few times.
It's been so long since I've seen it. But yeah,
takes-
in a prison, the aliens get there somehow and starts preying on the prisoners and blah blah blah.
And then the fourth one, she kills herself in the end of the third one. Spoiler alert. And then because plot hole says that she has the alien queen inside her. I don't know how that got in there, but
It's so ridiculous. Like, she's a heroine,
and
they would make her kill herself.
well, no, that makes sense.
No, it
That
doesn't.
she would be like, hey, if this queen gets out of my body, this thing will lay eggs, and this will start all over again. I'm
yeah,
gonna
but
go kill myself.
in the end, that didn't matter because the queen was in the next one.
Well, yeah, it's because they're like, hey, we could probably make a little bit more money. So, hey.
I don't know. I hate 3.
I-
But 4, I honestly thought 4 was better. There's a lot of cool
4
stuff. The clones, the alien underwater, the one shot where she throws like that shot with the basketball,
Ball,
one
yeah.
take.
Yeah,
She
but
did that for
that's
real.
that's great.
Yeah.
But was it a necessary movie that needed to exist? No.
I mean, okay.
No, it wasn't. The alien had
You're
a good,
right,
had
but
a,
by
had an
that logic,
ending.
neither did 3.
No, 3 could have existed. No, 3. You're right. 3 didn't need to exist, but at least they had a plausible way for it to happen because it ended with them all going to sleep. But Alien 4 is just like we made a clone, and we're gonna be jerks to the aliens. So, hey audience, we're gonna get our comeuppance. Ooh.
I'm not saying it's good, but I think it's better than 3. And
Anyway.
I enjoy it for what it was.
That one, I don't even remember the plot of that one. It's been so long that I've seen it. It's like bounty hunters and clones and all this other garbage.
Something like that.
And then Prometheus happened, which was an attempt to be a prequel to Alien.
Which I also thought was good.
It's awful. It's awful. I wouldn't waste my time with it if you were a new Alien fan and you're trying to get into Alien. Don't waste your time. Just watch the first 2, and if you're really curious, you watch 3 and 4. But just stop. Stop. Because Prometheus is garbage.
Well, that's not fair. If they
It's-
want the whole story, they need to watch the whole.
But no,
series.
because the whole story doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make any
Not
sense.
yet, because it's not finished.
So
These
a story has to make
Prometheus
sense.
and Covenant are only the first 2 in a longer scope.
there's gonna be more.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! Just let my baby die. Just let it be. Just let it be. You could have so many better plots with Alien, but you know.
We'll leave it up to you. If you guys watch the first 2, you like it. If you watch 3 and 4 and you like it, keep going.
If you like 3 and 4,
He's
I envy
discouraging.
you.
I will encourage.
If you like 3 and 4,
it's not.
I applaud you.
Even if you don't like it and you still want the whole story, keep going.
Cause I haven't
Of
seen
course-
Prometheus.
of
I only
course.
saw Prometheus once, and that's when it came out in theaters, and I was like, never again.
I get it on TV from time to time, and I still enjoy it.
Garbage.
No.
It's garbage.
No.
But looking at Alien Covenant, the 5th Alien, it was supposed to be like the 5th Alien movie, but that got shelved.
No.
Yeah.
Neil Blomkamp's version
Yeah.
was the one that was supposed to be 5.
Yeah.
Alien Covenant is a sequel to Prometheus and a prequel to the first Alien.
I didn't. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of little things that bother me in Prometheus and Covenant that I will talk about in greater detail. But first, let's look at some of the reviews and what people have been saying about Alien Covenant.
Okay.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 71%.
And I agree with that. It's not great, but it's not bad either. And that's how I see the movie.
And Alien Covenant on IMDb has about a 6.8, but I round that up to a 7.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that at all.
What would you give it out of 10 stars?
Out of 10 stars, like a 5.
So,
like a 5.
well, that's not bad either. I mean, that's
It's a solid.
middle of the road.
It's a solid middle of the road, but that's because the cinematography is decent.
Yeah.
That's because there's decent, technical aspects. But, the overall movie, I despise. I give it points because Ridley knows what he's doing, but, a lot of the... even some of the technical
I don't
aspects...
feel like that's an accurate rating. You hate it on one hand, but because of the tech stuff, you're like... Okay.
I'll recognize that, hey, you made a thing. It's not, and it's watchable.
Well, by that logic, my first student music video should get a better thing than that.
Is it watchable?
I like it. I'm
Is
really
it,
proud of it.
Is it watchable?
Yeah.
It's 5 out of 10.
You haven't even seen it. So for you, a 5 out of 10 is like bottom of the barrel.
No, God, no. That's bottom of the barrel is movies I despise, which I don't even. What's a movie that I absolutely abhor?
It Follows.
You
That's
know
just
what?
me. I
I
absolutely hate that.
I
I never will talk bad about a movie, but It Follows, just, I hated it so much. I
never-
loathed every second.
I had never heard you ever speak ill of a movie until I brought up It Follows.
That's
and
like,
you just
of
went
all
on.
the hundreds, possibly thousands of things that I've watched on Netflix and Hulu, I've only rated 2 things badly. It Follows and a really bad horror comedy that I can't remember. It was like a really bad knockoff of
Evil
Scary
Dead?
Movie. No.
Oh. Scary Movie is really bad.
The
Anyway.
first few are good.
The first one
I like
was decent. The first one made me laugh, but that's probably
like the
because I
second
was
one,
a
too.
juvenile.
Okay, back on track. So yeah, the ratings for Alien Covenant are generally favorable,
But
and I agree with them.
But I disagree because here's the thing. The CG in Alien Covenant looks like hot garbage. Hot garbage. And I hate it. It looks so bad. It looks awful. It looks awful. Like, it is some of the worst. I didn't even expect this from Ridley Scott, because Ridley Scott is someone who believes in realism and says, like, hey, this needs to look real. The man who put so much care and effort into making the original Alien feel and look as real as possible has put in this garbage CG, and I honestly feel betrayed.
Yeah. Is it mostly because they didn't have a suit? A person
No,
in an
you can
alien
use
suit?
CG, but don't make it look like garbage. That was one of my problems with Alien 3. Sure, they had some shots of the guy in the suit, but a lot of it was like crappy CG. And then the fourth one had okay CG.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it had okay.
I thought it was good.
It was okay. I have to rewatch it. I've only seen it once, and I was like, never again.
It's not as bad as you remember.
It's probably not as bad as I remember. I just remember like watching it as a kid, and like my dad was, bless his heart, went to like back when Blockbusters were still a thing.
Rip Blockbuster. So many memories.
He went and because I loved Alien so much, and I only had seen the second and the third one.
What? You didn't see the first one first?
Because it was on AMC, and I got to stay up late and everything. I remember it perfectly because I got to stay up late and everything, and I got to watch Alien and
I'm just
the
remembering.
second Alien movie and Predator in the same night, and then I recorded Alien 3 because I was like, wow, this is so cool. I love Alien. Record, and then 3 I was like, oh.
I'm just remembering now, but that's kind of how I got into it too. Because AMC used to do those horror lineups,
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
in
yeah,
October.
yeah.
So they'd play like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Alien, Predator. Like that's how I think that's how I really got.
Yeah,
into
that's how it did because
Yeah.
AMC used to play all that stuff,
Yeah.
and then that's how I
happened
did. And then bless my father's heart, he went into the Blockbuster and brought out. He's like, I found the original Alien, and he hands me, and it says Alien Resurrection, and I'm
Oh.
like, what? I'm like, Dad, this says Resurrection. And I don't know what that means. And he's like, what? No, it's the original. It says Alien, just Alien. I'm like, yeah, but it says Resurrection. He's like, what? And he looks at it and he's like, oh, I didn't see that part. And he's like, and so I actually watched the original movie last because my dad got the fourth one.
Oh,
And when I watched the fourth one, I was like, this makes no sense, and I hate it. my young lad self was really angry. I was like, Dad, why
Is that
would
why
you?
you're such a cynic today?
It's all my dad's fault. It's because he ordered the wrong movie, and I was
It's not like my daddy left when I was a baby, or he was mean to my mom. He got me the wrong movie.
he got me the wrong movie, and I never forgave him.
Well, I guess for people in our profession, that's a pretty legit claim.
I just never forgave him after that. It was just many years of silence between us. I wouldn't even ask him to pass me the salt.
You just gesture like, hey.
All right, ask my mother, who's all the way on the other side of
Mom,
the table.
can you tell Dad to pass me the salt, please?
Not even, no, just like, Mom, can you pass the salt? And she's like,
She's gonna get up, walk all the way around the table. I think that's less fair for her.
no, I just wanted him to know that he was nothing. He was excommunicado. But anyway, back to the whole plot of Alien Covenant. If okay, so let's assume that you
Hold on, but before you begin, you really do need, if you want to see Alien Covenant, you do need to watch Prometheus first.
You do.
Because it does answer a lot of questions left behind from that movie.
Except it doesn't.
It does. I don't get why you don't see that.
Because it's dumb.
It's not.
It's dumb.
Okay, so the whole quest for Prometheus was to discover the origins of humanity, because, you know, clearly in the future they're way more scientific, and they're like, oh, there can't be some spiritual religious explanation to why we're here, so they go out looking through the universe for it.
And find a metaphor for a spiritual religious.
Not at all. I don't know how you get that. They discover what do they call them?
I don't remember.
The originators or something.
I'm just gonna
it's
call
some
them
kind of
Jabberwockies.
funny. No, this is not Wonderland.
Yeah, they're big white dudes. I'm gonna call them Jabberwockies.
I can't remember the name, but they
Jabberwockies.
find them their spaceship,
The Jabberwocky ship.
and some crazy stuff happens, and the
Jabberwocky
finale,
stuff.
and then the main character and the head of the android who she was with, who tried to kill her,
What's his
take
name?
off. His name was David.
David. Yeah,
Because
because
he's the statue of David,
yeah.
based off of that.
Also because
Which they begin with. It's okay.
religious symbolism.
It's art.
I know it's art, but it's religious symbolism that they named him David. They explain, like, the way they explain his name David is, that's because of the art.
Yeah,
But
that's
if you
all that
look
really
at
matters.
Prometheus, the whole thing is just one metaphor for finding God. Because that's the whole plot of the movie, is let's
No,
find
they're
who
looking-
created us.
I don't think it's as cut and dry as that.
It
I didn't find any religious views in Prometheus. at
No,
all.
it's not. I'm not saying that there's religious views. I'm saying that the whole quest
It's
is
a
basically...
subtext for religion.
Yes.
I still don't see
It's
it.
a subtext for religion and how we are searching for it. Only they actually
Well,
go out and do the literal...
No, I think that's okay. The need to want to know where one came from is a psychological thing, not a spiritual at all. Okay, look at children who were born from sperm donors.
Yeah.
They grow up and find out, like, oh, well, yeah, I have two parents, whether it be, two moms or two dads.
Or even a mom and a dad, and they just couldn't conceive.
Exactly. Like, they want to know who they came from. It's a natural need.
Yeah, it is a natural
So I think
need.
that's the same type of psychology that is in Prometheus.
Yes, but the fact that his name is David also can allude to the search for God.
It's how? I mean, yes, I know about David in the Bible and
That's who
all
the
that.
statue's based on.
I am also aware of that. But the statue itself is art, and it was Michelangelo, right?
Yes, it was Michelangelo.
I thought so. He sculpted David out of marble as a symbol of, like, the most beautiful man.
Yes.
That's why they created David around him, around the statue of David, because he was supposed to be, like, the pinnacle of human invention
Yes,
and
because he's
perfection.
a synthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing with that. Is there's a synthetic in every Alien movie. There's always a synthetic. But
This is true.
let me go with my first little thing, my first little problem about Alien.
Okay.
About Alien Covenant and Prometheus is in the original Alien and Aliens, everything, and Alien 3 even, and even Alien 4, everything is all analog. Everything is analog. Sure, it's all this future tech and all this other stuff, but you still got that, like, little analog. You got the...
Yeah.
And you got to type in on these huge keys, and it's all analog. And they had to do it because it was, 79?
Yeah.
So, of course,
They didn't have
gotta-
CG back then.
They didn't have anything. It was 79.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, let's incorporate. And it made it more believable for me, even looking back on it, because who's to say that we'll just have all these holograms by this time? And, but here's my problem with Prometheus and Alien Covenant is they got holograms and voice activation and all this other garbage.
I agree.
And it's
To
supposed to be a prequel. Why are they more technologically advanced in the past?
To me, there are two options. One, it's a plot hole, and they just wanted to.
It is a plot hole.
Hold on, they just wanted to gussy it up with all these fancy.
It's option
cheesy
one.
Stuff. That's option one.
There is no option two.
There is an option two.
No, that is the answer. Is that
Well,
they just
can I
gussied
say
it up.
option two?
No, because there is no option
Shut
two.
up! I'm gonna say option two. Option two is, and this is just a fan theory of mine personally. I don't know if it holds any water. I'm just throwing this out there. It might.
It doesn't. I've heard it before.
Anyway, my theory is that the ship from the first movie, the Nostromo,
Yes, it's the Nostromo.
actually launched before the events of Covenant take place.
Okay.
Now they had hypersleep. Is that what it's called?
Yes, it's called hypersleep.
Hypersleep, and they could have been under for a very long time. But not only that, they launched, made it to their destination, did all the mining, gathered them up, and was bringing them back to Earth. So that is a long time span. I mean, that's probably multiple decades.
Yeah.
Alien Covenant, they were what, halfway through the start of their expedition.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even make it to the planet they were trying to reach.
No, it
Before
wasn't
they
an
got
expedition.
sidetracked.
It was a what's it called? A colony.
Yeah, but they were gonna colonize it.
Yeah.
So that more people could come after that.
Yeah.
But still, like they said, like the total trip was 8 years, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a while.
It's been like 2 or 3 weeks.
I'm trying to like block that movie out of my mind.
It's not that bad.
It is for me because it bothers me on a very deep level.
Now, unless we get confirmation, or until we get confirmation from Ridley Scott or any of the writers involved, as far as the ultimate timeline of this series, really?
Yeah, I should have turned it off.
We're doing a show about movies, and what's the one thing they ask you to do in the movie theater?
Please turn up your cell phones to
Up?
maximum volume.
Ugh.
You know, hey, some guy in Wyoming needs to talk to me. You know, let me just put this on silent.
Please do.
Yeah. Remember, kids, turn off your phones in the movie theater. It's,
And don't text and drive.
don't text and drive.
Always wear protection.
While driving, wear a helmet
And
Or-
safety glasses.
and a belt.
And an apron.
Quick hitter ticket
And gloves.
and gloves.
And
Yep.
and steel-toed shoes.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, just wear a suit of armor anytime
Driving
you
is
go
da-
anywhere.
Driving is dangerous. The world is dangerous. Please be afraid of it. That's what I'm going to teach my children. Be afraid. Everything is awful.
Yeah.
But yeah. So no, let me just shoot
Okay.
down your fan theory real
Okay,
quick.
go ahead.
Let me just shoot this down. Okay. So explain to me 50 years later how they had the same kind of technology. Explain to me Alien 3, even more years later. After that, how about Alien 4? Even like what? I don't even remember how many years of that in the future, but that's even longer in the future. So explain to me why, if your fan theory is true, why in Alien 3 and 4 and even 2 that they don't have holograms and stuff.
That's fair.
Plot hole. I told you there's no option
Look,
2.
I said I was just throwing it out there. If it didn't hold water, it doesn't hold water. I
Doesn't
don't know.
even- doesn't even
I
hold.
didn't write the movies, so don't
It
blame
holds
me.
not a single drop of water.
Well, I think, I don't know, maybe my Fight Club Suicide Squad theory is better. We'll save that for another episode.
I don't know if I agree with that one either.
I think it's a pretty plausible one.
Maybe.
I mean, it's definitely not true, but
I mean,
it's fun.
I know it's. Oh yeah, it's.
It's
fun.
way more fun than
But
trying to
it's-
explain
Yeah, but
why
you're
there's not any CG back in 1979.
But with that theory, you're just like saying, hey, what if this great movie was connected to garbage?
Okay, look at Star Wars. Star Wars came out 2 years before Alien.
Yeah.
The original Star Wars, before George Lucas went all CG crazy on
Yeah.
it, putting all this extra stuff in there.
Yeah.
No. Nobody
Yeah.
wants that. The original 77 Star Wars, it didn't look
No, it's kind of bad.
good compared to today. Like the
No.
lightsabers, did they even have color?
No, they
in the
did.
lightsabers?
They did.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I've seen footage. Maybe it was raw footage, but it was, they had some digital stuff where the lightsabers went up and they were all white.
No. I remember the fight with. It may be because I was watching like the remaster or something, but like they had colors in my mind. The version that I have seen.
Yeah, because
many
we've
times.
seen them so many times, and George Lucas got rid of all the original cuts and prints.
But
yeah, if you look at the very first Star Wars movies, and you compare them to The Force Awakens, there's a huge difference in technology. Like they didn't have these.
there's not a huge difference in story though.
No. Don't do that. You brought up the technology thing. I'm defending what you're saying.
No, you're defending what I'm saying, but I'm just taking.
And now you're bringing up a new point for me to try to.
No, I'm just taking a little pot shot of The Force Awakens.
What's wrong with The Force Awakens?
Because here's The Force Awakens,
and don't say it's a shot for shot remake.
It's not a shot for shot remake, but it is episode 4.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, it's episode 7.
It's episode 4. They even.
There
There is a
were
line in the movie.
similarities.
No, DJ.
There's
There
always
is a
a line in a
line
movie.
in the movie.
They use the same line in every movie. I have a bad feeling about this.
No, not that line. There is an exact line that sums up my biggest complaint with it, and it sounds like the writers trying to defend it. Is literally when they're talking about the huge planet laser, he goes, "You mean it's like a Death Star? No, it's bigger."
I've seen that movies like multiple dozens of times, and never once have I had that thought.
And you never thought that it's basically just them doing the whole thing over again. We're like, oh, looks, we got to destroy Death Star.
Okay,
but then it sounds like the writer's going, no, it's not the same because it's really big. So
without a planet killer weapon, it's just lasers and lightsabers.
yeah. You got look at the Clone Wars series on
Which
Cartoon
one?
Network. Both of them.
Because the digital one was not good.
I like the digital
The
one.
hand-drawn one back in like
Both of them were really good.
2003,
Both of them were
2002.
really good until the digital one decided to bring back Darth Maul with robo legs. That was dumb.
I didn't like any of that.
But anyway, we were talking about Alien at first.
Yes. See, we keep going off on these tangents.
If we ever get
Comparison for the sake of argument.
if we get man, I doubt we'll get any like long-time listeners of that because like, man, I'm tired of like them making points and then just going off on some others.
This is how movie people talk. We really keep going in the red.
Yeah, but this is just our conversation. This is just how our conversations go on the regular. He's always defending a movie, and I'm always just trying to rip it apart because it's like, this is garbage.
Yeah, I actually had to defend, was it Batman Begins?
You did have to defend.
And that was the one time I won him over.
Yeah. I was just really salty about Scarecrow and Ra's al Ghul.
Which is fair.
Which I'm still kind of salty about.
Yeah,
Scarecrow
of course.
and
I'm not
Ra's al
saying you
Ghul.
shouldn't be, but it's a good movie. The whole
yeah.
series is awesome.
I didn't like The Dark Knight Rises.
I liked it.
I didn't like it at all. Well, I like some parts of it, but I'm not
I do agree that the end where Bane was like, "She's my girlfriend, except I'm not with her, really," and that I do this all for her to win her love, even though I know she's never going to love me. He's like me. It's like, I'll love you. I'll carry your books for you. I'll hold the door open for you. I'll pull your chair out for you. Oh, you're just a friend.
I'll destroy the city for you. But no, I mean, I just like Alien Covenant and the CG. That again, back to my argument about the CG, is it just looks terrible.
The white neomorphs is what you're specific, because I like the end. Like if you at that shot of him on the spacecraft.
Yeah,
I thought that looked pretty good.
It looked what on the.
Yeah, like in the finale.
Oh, when that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's. But the white ones.
Yeah, well, the neomorphs. Yeah, they look like little monkeys.
They look like garbage. They don't even look like monkeys because monkeys like look decent.
You think they just painted a monkey?
They just
It's
painted
like,
a monkey.
go stab that person with your tail.
Like, no, like that's an insult to monkeys. Like, I wouldn't insult monkeys like that. It'd be like, hey, they look like monkeys. I'm like, no, that's just mean to monkeys.
Yeah.
Because monkeys are adorable.
Oh, I love capuchin monkeys.
They're pretty nice. They're pretty rad.
Little monkey from Hangover 2. So sweet.
Same. You mean that same movie that they made 3 times?
I love that series.
Yeah, but they did that, right?
I
Like
don't care.
As long as you recognize, you can still like it, but just recognize.
Well, how many sequels are pretty much the same thing to the originals?
Episode 7.
I was trying not to go down that road again.
I just set it up for another pot shot. I'm ruthless.
It's just mean.
Mm-hmm. I am mean. Anything you like is garbage. But like that one, you know which scene I'm talking about? Ooh, the Mummy has a 17%.
Oh, what? That bums me out.
Oh man, that's awful.
Oh, Wonder Woman's got 93.
Thank God, maybe
Pretty
somebody
sweet.
actually made a decent Marvel DC
Captain
movie.
Underpants is at 84. I gotta check that out.
Somebody made a decent. Yeah, I don't know if I
Pirates
trust
of the Caribbean got 29.
It-
Breaking my heart.
It Comes at Night. Actually looks decent. I actually do want to.
I don't know what it's about. I've seen the trailers. So I still have no idea.
Good. I don't want to know what it's about. Horror is all about unknowing. That's kind of what made Alien less scary.
But, I mean, if you go into a vampire movie, you know it's a vampire movie. You go into a monster movie, you know you're gonna see like Godzilla stomping on Tokyo.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Is the movie It Comes at Night. That's a vague title. I like it. Do I like not? I like not knowing what's going on sometimes in a horror movie.
Yeah, sometimes. But like that's too vague for me.
But Alien
Like,
Covenant, I need to know
I'm
what was
afraid
going on.
of it being another It Follows, where everyone's like, "Oh, it's so good, you gotta watch it. It's a must see. It's so scary." And I watch it, I'm like, "This is absolute rubbish."
Rubbish. It's absolute rubbish.
It is.
Nah, man. Here's the thing. Alien Covenant's rubbish. And they gave it a certified fresh.
Yeah.
I'm mad about that.
It shouldn't be.
It's not fresh. It's not fresh. It brings nothing new to the table.
Well, I don't necessarily agree with Rotten Tomatoes all the time about their
no.
scoring system, but I think that's a fair score.
I don't, because it has brought nothing. Here's
Like,
one of my
if you
favorite,
look at it,
let me
like-
quote my favorite review of this.
And be
In
sure
space-
to cite who it is.
It's by Richard Brody from The New Yorker. It's in space, no one can hear you laugh.
Yeah, there were some laughable moments in there, and not the scary parts. That it's supposed to be like they were making jokes and stuff.
They weren't making jokes.
They were. You didn't laugh at once,
I didn't
like
laugh.
at the purposeful humor
No.
in the movie.
No, I didn't. Because I have no heart.
Hey, that's my line.
No, I'm the cynical one. You can't. The splattery violence which reduces humanity to meat and reproduction's vital instincts. Garbage. Moviegoers on a hunt for an alien fix will get it, even if the picture never quite reconciles its awkward place between prequel and sequel.
See, I think that's. I mean, he liked
That's
it.
by Jay Olson from Cinemixtape.
And who was the one before that?
Which one?
That one right there.
This one at the bottom?
Yeah, the one you just read out loud.
John Bifus?
Maybe.
Bifus?
But
Bifus.
I think Jay Olson, he got it. I mean, it sounds like he is acknowledging some of your complaints, but he also is.
But here's the
is
thing: I never
favorable.
got my alien fix. I never got what I wanted from an alien movie, from that movie.
Well, I did.
did.
We got the chest. We got the face hugger. The chest burster. We got the final
The
showdown.
weird chest burster that decided to
Yeah,
just
like,
throw
I
his
don't-
hands in the air
I
and party.
can't explain what in the world
That looked like
was.
garbage because it was garbage CG.
I just don't understand why that one came out like almost fully formed instead
Yeah,
of the
that
little
makes no sense
white
to me either.
snake from the first one.
I refuse. And the whole plot is they say that David, at the end of Prometheus 1, just brought this destruction down to the home planet and killed all the people.
Yeah.
And then
the originators is
and
what I'm
the-
gonna call them.
and I'm gonna call them Jabberwockies. And then once the Jabberwockies were dead, he began to experiment and make basically the movie says he created the alien we know today, and I'm thinking that's garbage.
David slayed all the Jabberwockies.
David slayed all the Jabberwockies.
Is he Alice?
Yeah, he saved from the Mad Hatter.
Curiouser and curiouser, huh, David.
Cheshire David. Tweedledee and Tweedle David.
David of Hearts.
David of Hearts. But yeah, it's just I just hate Alien Covenant. I do. I hate it. It's garbage. Don't waste your time.
Come on.
Don't waste your time.
Come on. No.
No. Don't waste your time.
I disagree.
If you are an Alien fan, we've talked barely little about the movie, like the plot and overall.
Okay.
Because we keep going on.
So yeah, the movie opens with David. It was like his first day of being on.
Okay. I just remembered the thing with David is they're saying that he's one of the first androids and they get better. But
Mhm.
like here's the thing with the other androids and later in the series, in the future is they're less technologically advanced. Going back to my complaint about the technology.
Okay, noted. Moving on.
Anyway,
Yeah, it opens up with newly activated David talking with his creator,
Wayland.
Mr. Wayland of
Mr.
Wayland
Wayland.
Yutani.
Mr. Wheelie.
And like he basically created him to be a servant, and he told him so. He's like, I made you to serve me, now pour my cup of tea, play me a pretty song, and oh, that set you, David. Yeah, that's what we based you on. So time moves forward, and another synthetic based off of David named Walter.
Yeah, I think his name is Walter.
Is manning the ship
Waldo.
while
Waldo. We'll call him Waldo.
I'm sure they'll make a movie about that sometime soon.
Where's Waldo?
That in Carmen Sandiego. Yeah, he's manning the ship while the crew is in hypersleep. It's like this. I didn't quite understand it. They were charging something with like solar sails, and then this big, neutrino blast hit the sails and messed up the ship, and it's waking people up out of the hypersleep, and James Franco gets fried in his little pod. Like, he doesn't even have any lines.
He
just
does have
dies.
lines.
He has a line in a video recording in the movie.
A line.
As far as, like, physical stuff on camera, he just dies. He's there to die. But, yeah, he does have his little moment where he says a few things to his, they were married, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
His SO, I'll just say.
They were married.
In a photo.
I'm
After
pretty
he
sure.
dies, he's just burnt.
Yeah, he's burnt to a
Like,
crease.
Like, usually he's just getting fried on something else, but in this movie he was burned. That's not an accusation. Like, he hangs out with Seth Rogen all the time. They're like best friends, so I think that's a natural assumption. And who wouldn't want to do that with those guys? You kidding?
Don't advocate that. This is for.
That's hypothetically.
Illegal. That's illegal.
For
and
now.
I'd rather you not advocate that. Okay.
We do not condone the use of illegal drugs.
This is my show. And I
Your
will not have you.
Your show.
My show.
I will I have no problem taking second billing, but I will not be the sidekick.
Isn't that what second billing is?
No, it's person and person, not person featuring person. I'm not a guest. This is our show. You SOB, Society of Broadcaster.
Yeah, I am the Society Broadcaster. I love that. I love that we're SOBs.
Me too.
It's a fun thing to say.
It's the best club on campus.
Yeah, we're the best. We're the best.
We won Outstanding Organization
And an Emmy.
multiple times.
I won the Emmy. Actually, it was our own Tim Fennell.
Woo, go Tim.
I love Tim. He's a cool guy.
He is.
But
Back to the movie. So yeah, James Franco gets burned to a crisp.
oh my God, we're still so early. You gotta speed this up a little bit, cause like you can't just like, cause you're taking forever, and this is just
All
like,
right.
Let's
So
give them the basic rundown.
So
You
the
know what?
crew
Let me
decides
let
to
me
check
look
out a
at the
planet that
IMDb
would
plot.
appear to be suitable for them, and when they land, all this crazy
Crew
stuff
of a
happens.
colony ship bound
Hey,
for a remote
yeah, I got it. So as they're exploring the planet, these little black things get inside and start killing people, which creates the neomorphs, which comes out their backs instead of their chests. So they're like backbursters, I guess.
Dumb. Prometheus got a 7. Lame.
So they're like, people die,
Yeah.
obviously, and then the creepy David from Prometheus is back, and he's like, "Follow me if you want to live," in his
Arnie.
accent. He's like Swedish, or he's not Swedish. I'm not sure where Michael Fassbender's from, but he does have a very distinct accent, even when he's trying to do an American one. But he's a fantastic actor. I feel like I'm getting sidetracked now that you're not helping me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hold the show by myself.
You can do it. I believe in you. Oh, here's the plot. The crew of a colony ship bound for a remote planet discover an uncharted paradise with
Okay.
a threat beyond their
So
imagination.
David takes in what's left of the crew, and he starts experimenting on them, trying to create the perfect creature like Mr. Wayland did with him. And then that's where the alien comes from.
Oh, I just realized that David is Michael Fassbender.
I just said that.
I just realized it.
After I said it.
Well,
but not when I said it.
But
you were looking something up on IMDb and you're like, oh, I should be paying more attention to the show instead of being on Google.
I just kind of looked at his face like, oh, wait.
They explained this in the movie. It's the same guy.
I was like, wait.
And even after we watched it, you were like, that's not the same guy. This is I mean, they have different hair, but yeah, it's the same.
Well, I'm just dumb. Leave me alone.
So yeah.
I rip apart movies because I'm dumb and I'm insecure. Is that what you want to say? Is that what you want me to say? Because I said it.
You're saying it. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, no. You shut up. Basically, the whole plot of Prometheus is...
Wait, no, I was talking about Covenant.
Oh, yeah, it's the same plot.
David created the aliens that we know.
Which is dumb. Which is dumb.
Yes, he's an android, but it's the psychology of a slighted child where he wants to one-up his father and be better than him.
But here's the thing. What's that doing in my Alien movie? That's not...
The psychological element has been in every single one.
I know there's a psychological element, but it's a very subtle psychological element. That David acting like that is really in my face. It's very, very like, oh, look at me, he's testing the bounds, da, 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 da. And I'm just like, hey, remember when this made me scared because I'm a dude and not used to the whole idea of things like going inside of me?
That was what scared you?
That's what subtly scares you about the first Alien.
No, I think
it is.
No,
because that's what that movie's about.
No,
DJ.
that's the violence. The primary thing is being trapped in a very tight space with something dangerous.
No, here's the thing. Alien is essentially about rape.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Have you seen?
That was H.R. Geiger's design for the character. That's where he drew the inspiration.
That's where he got the creature. Have you looked at the original designs?
Yes.
Have you noticed that it's phallic?
Yes.
It's very phallic. Yeah. And even all they did
sexual in nature.
It's all sexual in nature. The face hugger. It looks
Yes, it's a reproductive cycle.
Yes, and the whole idea was.
But that's not the theme.
I know it's not the theme, but it's very subtle. It's very under the radar. That's not the theme, but it's something that like makes you uncomfortable. You're like, oh, geez, what the? That's what makes you uncomfortable. It's, and that's what Ridley was like. Hey, this is not something people are used to. This is the whole idea of rape.
Yeah.
Because it's very terrifying.
Well, when an alien attacks you and wants to make children in your body, they don't really ask for your consent. So yes, that does qualify as the definition of rape.
That's not funny.
No.
That's not funny. Why would you make a joke like that?
What?
That's not even. It's basically what it is. It's just disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you that sense of terror. And I never had a sense of terror. Alien Covenant gave me no atmosphere for me to feel. Like Alien and aliens are dripping with atmosphere, and I love it.
I feel like even though the alien and neomorph creatures are the bad guys of the whole series, David is the real enemy in this.
I don't want a human antagonist.
He's not human.
Or whatever. I don't need a person antagonist.
You gotta admit that one of the scariest things in the first movie was when Ash attacked Ripley.
Yes.
With the magazine.
Because that's out of nowhere. Ash just starts going and just starts attacking her. By the way, spoilers, Ash is an android. But
there's always one. You gotta be on the lookout. Even one amongst your best friends may be an android.
And they were bros. Like the crew was like, well, they weren't like bros. They were kind of like,
Yeah.
Like nobody was like, well, Ash was just put on the thing with the company as the science officer, and they were kind of like, yeah,
well,
he's all right.
I wouldn't say that they were even friends. Like they
were coworkers.
Yeah.
But
and there was a moment where they were talking about Ash being the weird one.
Yeah. But but that's still like out of left field that Ash just
Yeah.
all of a sudden started convulsing and just attacked Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's out of nowhere. That's scary, yeah. But is he like the lead antagonist? No. Who's the lead antagonist of Aliens? Sure, you got what's his name? Bill. I think his name is Burke. His name is Burke, and it was something with a B. Remember him? Who tried to get the aliens back to the ship because he's on the company, and he's like, hey, maybe if I put Ripley and Newt with facehuggers, I can get them on the ship easier with the higher sleep. Yeah, that guy. He's a little side antagonist, and he gets killed really quick. Spoiler alert, he dies. Spoiler alert.
Most people do in these movies.
But like that's.
I feel like you're nitpicking, though.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
I don't need. That's also a reason I hated Aliens: Colonial Marines. That game that was garbage.
Yeah.
Is, you know what I spent most of that game doing? Fighting dudes.
Really?
Yeah, fighting Wayland Yutani mercs. Dudes.
That's pretty.
It's pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty dumb. It's what? Why am I doing this? Second level, bam, dudes. I'm just like, okay, why? I thought this game was called Aliens, but
Although,
I should have just called it Dudes, Colonial Marines, featuring aliens.
the one game that was really good about Ripley's daughter, Alien
Isolation.
Isolation.
You know, that could have been a good plot for a movie.
Yeah.
That's where I thought Alien Covenant deceived me because of the title. I thought it was going to be like, oh, this is going to be a sequel to Alien series. It's going to be way in the future. Because I saw the technology they had in the trailers, and I was like, oh, it's going to be way in the future, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to, like, uncover some stuff that Ripley may have, like, left behind and some records. And the way the Nutani group, being the jerks that they are, like, hey, go find this. Yeah. And they're like, okay.
I understand that. And I think that's why we differ in our
again,
opinions. Because I knew what I was in for.
Well, I felt betrayed in every level by this movie.
I enjoyed it.
I felt betrayed by every facet of this movie. Facet.
Every sink in the movie.
Every sink in the movie was garbage. That was no Kohl's sink. They ain't go to Lowe's. That's one
the
of
hot water was cold and the cold water was hot. I didn't know what to do.
It wasn't one of those. It wasn't one of those ones where you could just tap it with your hand. I got the handles all dirty, so I couldn't just tap it.
But I mean, I feel like I'm not doing my part in defending the movie.
No, you can't.
I'm just like, every time you say something, I'm like, I disagree. I liked it.
I didn't know.
But no,
I'm just like, this is why it sucked. Nitpick. No.
The acting was good. A lot of good actors. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Michael Fassbender always turns in a great performance.
Michael Fassbender's a great guy.
Catherine Waterston. I mean, I've only seen her in the Fantastic Beasts movie, but I thought she delivered that emotion well.
No.
Yes.
No.
Danny McBride. The funny bone of the movie.
Nope.
Why?
Okay.
What's wrong with the acting?
A
lot of good names in that movie.
A lot of good names, but not a lot of great performances.
Well, I'm not saying they're gonna win an Oscar for it.
Well,
I'm just
no,
saying,
but
like,
I
it was like I couldn't tell they were acting.
But
like that's the standard. Either.
Well, I could tell. You think I didn't see Danny McBride being Danny McBride?
But that's his thing. Like you don't go to a Seth Rogen movie and expect him to start crying over something emotional.
Be nice if he did a serious role once in his life.
Look. Okay, then he'd become Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler tried that, and it did not work very well for him.
Well, that's when Adam Sandler used to have talent and used to try.
Man, he's still funny. His stuff on Netflix is funny.
I doubt it.
I love Adam Sandler. Like, he's, like, as him and Jim Carrey and Robin Williams were, like, my top 3 when I was a kid.
Well, I remember Adam Sandler being funny at one point in his life.
He's always been funny.
No.
Even in Funny People, which is it's a dramedy, he was still funny.
I never saw that one.
That's good.
But, like, I doubt, like, he doesn't even try anymore. Oh, look, my dad's calling, but It's on silent. So.
It better be.
Unless we want to treat our gorillas to the sick tunes of gorillas.
What?
The sick tunes of gorillas.
Wait, did you just call the audience gorillas?
No,
You
treat
said
our audience to...
No, you said treat our gorillas to the sound of gorillas.
No, our sick audience.
We'll play it back, but I know that's what you said.
That's not what I said.
That's what you said, son.
You're a liar, and you're trying to slander me on my own show. And I'm just...
Our show! God. You know what? I'm going to make the logo for the show, and I'm going to put my name for spelling. How you like that?
That would hurt my feelings.
Yeah. It would hurt.
You're right. It's not nice of me
No.
to say. It's my show.
That's right.
I just tried really hard.
I'm the one that's bringing all this stuff up. I'm the one that's getting the show running, telling them about it.
Well, yeah, you got it running, but whose idea was this?
Ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Darn right, yeah.
But, like, I don't know, man. I just didn't... It's just... I didn't feel anything, and none of the performances except David stuck with me. And even then, I don't like David as a character. Well, I do.
Well, you're not supposed
I
to.
like what... I know. I mean, like his journey, his arc.
Well,
Although,
it's not...
But when I do think about it, it's all right, because it's a good psychological backbone.
Exactly.
But, I don't agree that it was all integral to the film.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what that word
Did you
was.
say centripetal?
I don't know.
What did you say?
I don't know.
The centripetal force is that thing where if you have a cup of water on a string and you spin it round and around, so it keeps the water in the cup.
Oh, is that what that is?
That's centripetal force. Like if you go to like the fair and you're riding those things that go really fast in a circle.
Yeah.
That the force that's like pushing you to the outside is centripetal force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know. If
Knowledge.
I don't even know what that's what I said.
That's what it sounded like.
Okay, I'll trust you. I mean, I'll trust
Because you were just like this centripetal movie.
But here's the thing with Alien is I don't know. I just felt betrayed by this movie, and I didn't like it because the CG, again, looks god awful. You cannot sit there and tell me that scene where the thing bursts out of her back did not look terrible.
It didn't look terrible. It wasn't.
When it was bursting out of the back, yeah. But when you saw the creature,
It kind of slump out to the ground.
that was terrible.
It wasn't terrible. Just it wasn't good.
It wasn't good.
It could have been better.
It could have been half good, but it wasn't. It was garbage. It was garbage
It wasn't
CG.
garbage.
It's garbage.
No.
DJ, you don't watch the movies.
Look, do you know? Have you ever made a CG thing?
No.
You don't know how hard it is.
No,
how many
I'm sick
hours you have to spend crafting every little thing. So it's not fair to give an entire team who worked on that movie
They should have done
F
better.
because
F.
It wasn't that bad.
Here's the thing. That argument is dumb.
It's not dumb.
It's dumb. Because, okay, just because, you've never done it before, you're not allowed to have an opinion.
Look, this could be somebody's favorite movie, and you're going to tell them that it's trash?
Yeah. Because it's my opinion.
Yeah.
I can say that it's trash all I want. It's my First Amendment right.
Yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I'm just saying, be easy.
Why? Why should I be nice? I'm giving my opinion, and my honest opinion is that I didn't like it. And
so if you made a movie, like not that you made this movie, but if you made a movie like it, a sequel to a very beloved franchise, and critics thought that it didn't deliver, and they were bashing you over the head verbally in the headlines and the websites, would you appreciate that?
I'd be disappointed.
Yeah.
Because I tried, and I screwed up.
And they were saying, oh, well, this team in charge of this specific part of the movie should be ashamed because what they've done is not good quality. Even though you know the team and you endorsed their work.
Yeah.
You believed in it because you thought it was good.
Yeah.
How would you feel?
I'd be like, well, I'd feel sad, of course.
Yeah.
But if it's bad, it's bad. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. If it's garbage, it's garbage.
But look at all the people who disagree with you.
They can. They're allowed to.
Average 7 out of 10 stars over multiple websites.
That's okay. Me, I give it a 5. It's not the worst thing. I've seen much worse.
Yeah, okay, but I feel like your rating doesn't match what you're saying.
What do you mean?
Because like a 5 is, it's a middle of the road score. Like it's neutral.
Yeah.
But you're very negative about it. So I feel like you're.
Well, okay. The negativity comes from me being a longtime fan of Alien and loving the series and overall feeling betrayed by the movie. That's where a lot of my negativity, and plus I nitpick it like crazy, and that's why the score is so. 5 is I rarely give something below a 6. I can find something good in a lot of movies, and I'll give it a 6. Heck, freaking what is it called? The one with Keanu Reeves, where he's hunting demons. Constantine. That movie's bad.
I liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
When he goes to hell, I
played the game on PlayStation 2 back in the day.
When he goes to hell, that CG is awful. It's awful.
Well, it was 2005. That was 12 years ago.
Yeah, but what's the excuse for Alien Covenant? What's their excuse?
It's better than Constantine.
A little bit. Teeny bit. That ain't hard.
Okay, well, I don't think either of us are going to win the other over on this.
Wow. Wow, that's never been said between us before. Gee.
This is a recurring theme in our conversations.
This is halfway, DJ just gives up and goes, man, they're never going to...
I don't give up. I just don't like being a dead horse. Like,
are you sure?
I can't make you like it. I can't make it...
Because movie makers sure love beating the dead horse.
Literally?
Yeah, hence Alien Covenant. Beating a dead horse.
So that's what that one scene with the horse was about.
Yeah. Just beating it out of nowhere. That one scene where you start beating it and you're like,
beating it right there in the field in front of everybody.
That's weird.
Okay. But yeah. But that's our counterpoint. And don't take our opinions. Go see it for yourself. Go support them. Even if you don't like it, a lot of people worked on that. They did their best. And a lot of people generally do like it.
It wasn't good enough.
So
if you're gonna take anyone's opinion, you take mine, and don't waste your time.
So either go see it in the theater, or wait for it at Redbox, or don't buy the actual thing.
Or don't even waste your time.
You gotta support the industry, man. Without supporting the industry, we wouldn't have jobs, or will have jobs when we graduate.
I'm going to the news. I don't know.
It's the same thing. If people stopped watching the news, then what?
People kind of have.
Yeah, that's pretty true. But hey, it's still on the air.
People kind of have.
Once the baby boomers are gone, we're gonna be in trouble. All these millennials, what's news?
News.
Just go on BuzzFeed.
Garbage. I hate BuzzFeed. Almost as much as I hated Alien. No, actually more. That's mean.
Yeah. I do
mean.
like their quizzes.
That's too mean for me.
It's always fun.
No.
I mean, I know it's all rubbish, but it's fun.
Rubbish.
Yeah.
It's all rubbish.
I say it all the time.
It's all rubbish.
I watch too much Harry Potter.
What is this?
Maybe we should cover that, because I know so much Harry Potter stuff.
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
I've only seen the first 3.
My friend.
I got bored.
You got bored?
Well, actually, no. Did I get bored? I was really young. Really young. I remember thinking...
Yeah, when the last one came out, you were what, 15?
I was like 15 when the last one came out. When did that come out? When did
2011, 2012?
Yeah, I was just
I
starting.
think it was 2011.
2011. I was in middle school.
Oh my god. I
Because I didn't start high school until 2012. So, but yeah. So I was like really young, and I remember being, you know what it was? It was Prisoner of Azkaban.
That was the third one.
That was the third one.
Yeah. One of my favorites of the.
I think it was, for me as a kid, I think it was too out there for me. I didn't really understand what was going on. I was probably half paying attention, knowing myself. And I didn't really understand what was happening, what was going on. So I was just kind of like, I don't know what to do with this. So I didn't know what to do with this.
Well, it's not too late.
I mean, yeah, I can
join the fandom, man.
I'll rewatch the first three.
The Harry Potter community is just like
I'll rewatch the first three because I
giant open arms.
I own them. JoJo will open you. Will walk in with open arms.
We're not. No, this is not the format.
JoJo.
This is not the medium for your silly addiction.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
No.
Will open you with open arms.
Save that for your other one.
They're getting
Josh.
They're getting a live movie, so maybe we'll talk about it.
Oh, is that going to be as good as the Attack on Titan live action movie?
Oh, it's probably going to be bad.
Full Metal Alchemist live action movie.
Probably going to be bad.
Or the American Dragon Ball Z movie that came out.
Oh God. Don't mention that one ever again. What else got a live action movie that was an anime?
Did Blood Plus come before or after the show?
Dude, I don't even know. I never even dug into anything about Blood Plus.
Anyway, that's gonna be it for episode 1, folks.
Ending on anime. Movie show ending on anime.
We're gonna have to watch that anime stuff. This is movie. We can talk about movies.
We can. I mean, it's gonna be garbage.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it's gonna be garbage.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's gonna be garbage.
There's never been a good anime live action remake movie thing.
I'm trying to think of the ones in my head that I know of, but all the ones that are coming to my head are the bad ones.
Yep. But yeah, that's. Jeez, we really didn't talk about Alien Covenant too much. Like, we just went through the whole franchise.
We went through the whole franchise, and then I whined and complained about it for a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, but that's
how it works. This is the show's format: is we attempt to talk about something. When we get more of once we get later in the episodes, we'll start writing stuff down. And having to do this stuff, and we'll actually have to write down stuff that we say. But this is off the cuff. This first episode is completely off the cuff. We're just talking about anything that comes to mind. Mm-hmm. It's all about movies, and we're just thinking. I don't know. You know.
I mean, it's not. We are not pros. We did not go to We're not here at Trident for, English degrees to be critics. Yeah, we're just people who love movies, who love to talk about movies. Whether we love them or hate them, it's fun. That's the whole thing. It's fun, and hopefully you guys enjoy it too.
Most of the time, I'm the negative one.
Yeah, and that's why we have the point counterpoint.
Yeah.
You hate, I love.
Only your counterpoint is just I disagree.
No, I give some merit to it, especially the psychological aspect, because I love psychology. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I love John Travolta.
I know.
He's a lot of the movies he was in recently were not that great.
Well, he's not. It seems like his career started to go downhill with his looks.
Well, he's the comeback king. Remember? He's come back from multiple flops.
Battlefield Earth.
What? Before you even learn how to spell your name.
The last good thing I remember him doing was back in the 90s. I can't remember.
You know what I liked? I liked Get Shorty.
I
did like that.
I liked Wild Hogs.
Get Shorty.
With Martin Lawrence and Tim Allen and
Tim the Tool Man?
Yeah. What's the other guy's name?
I don't know.
I know his face. I can't place his name. He was in Jurassic Park 3. William H. Macy.
Oh, I love William H. Macy.
Yeah. He did Old Dogs with Robin Williams, but that didn't.
You know, he was in the Psycho remake, William H. Macy.
What?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he played the
private
yeah,
investigator.
yeah,
I was surprised. I was like,
and Heish. We all know that story, right? The shower scene.
yeah.
You know, Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman made a song about that. Look it up. Look it up. Kevin Smith, Ralph Garman, and Heish. You should find something. It's hilarious.
I think that's a good ending. Is
Yeah,
William H.
yeah.
Macy.
Yeah.
William H. Macy.
Yep.
My boy Will WHM.
Don't call him Willie.
Don't call him Willie.
Except what we can.
Free Willie.
Okay, that's all, folks. Thanks for listening.
All right. Free Willie. Free him.